All right, y'all. Here we go again. Got a question for y'all. Why don't? Why are today's women so out of pocket? You know, why are today's women so aggressive? Why are today's women so masculine and male oriented? Especially when they get over a certain age, like maybe over 20, 21, start becoming more masculine, having a masculine vibration and a framework carrying themselves around a framework, and they easily led to easily uh, able to be in a confrontation like a male would. Why is that? Well, I'm going to try today. Attempt today, really quickly, to mathematically explain this to you. So let's start with let's start with the situation and why it's a bad thing. We as men, we don't want masculine women. Uh, you know, I know most women have equated uh, equality with them expressing masculinity, but in reality, that was something that I don't know. Maybe the signals got crossed in the womenist movement or something. I don't know, but that is definitely something that was a lie. Somebody told that. That's a lie from, like my good friend used to tell me, from the bottom of hell, from the pits of hell. That's a lie from the pits of hell. So men don't want equal partners. They want women that are going to help them and helping guide them into the better version of themselves. And that's what they're looking for in a woman. Most men are not looking for, a equal partner, because when blame comes, when stuff don't go right and the blame starts coming down, it won't be equal blame coming down the pipe. So most men are not looking for that anyway. They're looking for somebody to help them be a better version of themselves and support that. So, that being said, the problems of having a masculine woman are terrible. You have a woman that's always challenging you in a masculine framework. You notice a lot of these women, they're quick to they're quick tempered, they're irritable, they're quick to violence, they're prone to violence, like a man would be prone to violence. Uh, they're you know they are easily misled into wickedness. So what is it? Why are they like that? Why do they have us? Why do these today's women have uh, a knack for being misled into wickedness? Why is that? Why is that? Well, before we answer that question, let's continue to look at some of the things that are problems, that are symptoms of this situation. You got a woman that's trying to confront you all the time, is going to create a problem for you disciplining your children, because there's no central authority when you're disciplining your children. If you're telling one thing and the woman is saying another thing, there's no central authority. And when children don't have a central authority, they they create their own authority. And so if they create their own authority, then you have chaos, because children don't know why they should do things, and the backstory behind it, and the benefits of doing what you're telling them to do. That's a major problem. Then you have a discrepancy in handling finances. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. The finances. And once you have problems with disciplining the children and disciplining the finances, won't be long before you have problems with everything else, and you have problems with uh, disagreements with how to clean the house, and you know, so it's just a mess. If she can't get on your page, then it's going to be a problem. So, how does this happen? How do we get to this point where, and then of course, when once a woman she doesn't have respect for you, uh, that's when that's the beginning of the end, brother. That's when the boss, she can still love you, but as far as when she don't respect you, she'll give her body to anybody. So, uh, that's just the way it is, and her money and her time. So, why would you even want to stay and be with somebody like that? So, how did this happen, man? How did today's women get to this point? We can't just blame it all on the feminist movement. Yes, they gave them a lot of misinformation, but I'm going to tell you the mathematical way now how why women are more masculine in today's framework. And it's real simple. I mean, basically women are just more masculine because they have so much foreign DNA in their systems. What do you mean foreign DNA, Brother Clan? Well, I mean, men have, I don't know how they saying it now, shooting up the club or ejaculating in them. They have so much essence of men in them that has never been removed. That all of those uh, all of that sperm from all those different men are fighting to engage with the body and try to send those signals. Remember, the man gives the woman the live germ. We have the live germ. Nothing happens until we give this woman the live germ, that live germ. It has live DNA in it. It's not like an egg where it has dormant DNA. This has live, sperm has live DNA in it. It means even after the sperm is passed away and not living and moving anymore, the DNA can still be create and make things happen and manifest. It still can send and receive signals, right? If it gets into a different body, it can disrupt the transmissions of signals in that new body, right? Well, it came out of the one guy and it's gotten into this one girl. Let's use girl X. We got girl X, and one ejaculates into her, right? Guy two ejaculates into her. Now, both guys have ejaculated sperm, live germ into this woman. Some of it has been excreted as waste. However, some has been absorbed by the cells in the body. And as DNA always does, it tries to join on to whatever it's around, tries to make its way to it cellularly, atomically into whatever it can, right? It tries to recreate itself. That's all it knows how to do. So, however, in the new body is going to try to stop that process and contain that process and not let it go. However, you may have some infiltration there. When you have enough DNA, a little, enough of it to cause messages in the body to be disrupted, it's called infiltration. Let me go. How do you know you have infiltration? How can you tell? These women are very irritable. They have lots of headaches all the time. Why do they have the headaches? Because their body is trying to fight off all these other sets of DNA now of trying to reproduce themselves in the body and recreate that DNA and then take over other sets of DNA in the body. The body has to contain that situation. So that's one fight. But let's say you got 5 men's DNA in your system. That's 5 fights that your body has to fight. Every time it sends a signal through the nervous system, it has to deal with those 5 different sets of DNA and contain them trying to infiltrate and uh, disrupt that message. Women that have the headaches, they have the abdominal pain. They have the pains because all of the different disruption from all the different DNA. And we just talking about 5 guys. The average woman's probably had at least 10 or 15 partners by the time they actually try to attempt to get engaged or walk down the aisle. They have masculine frameworks. Why do they have masculine frameworks? Because some of that DNA has infiltrated them, and now that DNA promotes masculinity within their frame, within their body, and they have to act on it. They get a male energy, they get a male vibration. I mean, it's sad. It's sad. But this is the reality of the situation. I'm giving you the mathematics. People say, "Oh, it's the women." It's some of that. It's bad information plus foreign DNA. Just like a steroid user, when they stick all them steroids, they use all those steroids. They have all that different steroids, those different bull DNA in their body. The bull DNA tries to promote itself in the body and breaks down the organs. The body can only contain it for so long. If you keep doing it, after a while, you have spillover and you have what they call infiltration. You have this foreign DNA now infiltrating the body and promoting itself in the system, in the blood system. All right. So what actually happens? Let's walk down the path of what actually happens. Well, let's say a man and a woman, they are intimate. The man has an ejaculation inside of the woman. That's you guys out there raw dogging these women. First thing that happens, you're going to leave this. You have the live germ. Once the live germ hits the egg, that's when the explosion happens, right? But till then, you have nothing. The women do not have a live germ. They have a dormant germ. They need the live germ to ignite the dormant germ, right? So we leave the live germ in them. The live germ, the ones that don't impregnate, they seek to attach themselves to tissues so that they can reproduce themselves, so the DNA can get out and reproduce itself. The body has to constantly play defense against this foreign DNA trying to infiltrate the bloodstream and infiltrate the body, and this foreign DNA trying to replicate itself instead of the known DNA of the body replicating itself. So it has to contain that DNA. Okay, it can contain 1 fire, 2 fires, 3 fires, maybe 4. A lot of these women have 15, 20, 30 partners. How is one person going to contain 30 fires, 30 sets of DNA in their body trying to infiltrate? And some do, and a lot of them do infiltrate. Now, this foreign DNA is in the bloodstream, disrupting the nervous system, messages from the nervous system. Just giving you the mathematics, nothing spooky. Some coagulation is inevitable. Some spillover is inevitable. Some infiltration, meaning the foreign DNA is no longer able to be contained. and some of it will seep out into the nervous system, into other parts of the body, and start trying to replicate itself and damaging the organs of the host body. Messages from the brain are misinterpreted and jumbled. Yes, because once that foreign DNA is in different parts of the body, it's foreign, so it doesn't vibrate at the same rate. It doesn't receive messages from the brain at the same rate as the host DNA receives them. So there's a hump there, there's a bump there, causes a misinterpretation, or maybe a jumbling of the message. Just the mathematics of it, man. Just the mathematics of it. Misinterpreted message on a cellular level leads to disease, right? You got foreign DNA trying to replicate itself in your body, and so the only way it can do that is either it's going to be your DNA, or it's going to be one set of DNA, a DNA that you have worked with, but you got lots of different DNA. Body doesn't know which one to accept, so it just rejects them all. And unfortunately, they start breaking down the organs, breaking down the cellular membranes. You got all these pains, you got these headaches, because all of this sperm from all these different men breaking down the DNA from the sperm, rather, breaking down the membranes, because that DNA is trying to replicate itself. You got a man's DNA in you trying to replicate itself. You got many men's DNA. Let me say that, because one set of DNA is not a problem for a female body. It's set up to deal with one set at a time. Multiple sets of DNA is not, the female body is not set up to deal with that. That's why you have so many problems with all of these women. Disease leads to manifestation of disorder of the operation of the body. Yeah, you don't have like I said, you have the headaches, you have the aching knees, aching back, you got all these problems, physical problems that are manifesting from the foreign DNA trying to replicate itself in the body. At this point, infiltration has occurred. Total suppression is not happening, meaning that, like I said, one set of DNA, female body can suppress that and accept that and let it move about one set. But when it's got multiple sets, now it tries to figure out which one, because it's only going to accept one. Which one does it take? Okay? So everybody else is infiltrating, and it creates a problem for the brain to try to figure out what to do next. This is all running behind the scenes. It's a subconscious stuff going on. You don't even know it's going on at the cellular level. You don't even know what's going on. Therefore, resident DNA works with the central nervous system, while foreign DNA does not work well. Foreign DNA does not, just like steroid. You got roid rage, you got sperm rage, where DNA from sperm, leftover sperm in the body, can create rage, can create male irritability, can create short-temperedness, create hot flashes, because they're trying to sweat it out. The body trying to sweat that DNA out. It's just a lot of problems. The symptoms of this dysfunction could be irritable. You could be prone. Women could be prone to aggression, short-temperedness, and of course, reacting to things as a male would react to things. Well, that's how I feel about it. That's the math behind it. If you can do the math and you come up with something else, please let me know. But right now, I'm saying, so the takeaway from this, what is the takeaway from all of what I'm saying? You young guys, any guy, if you're trying to get in a serious relationship with a female and she's had multiple sex partners, what you need to do, because she won't even know this, she won't even know, you need to request and demand, request and then demand that she get a cleanse, that she get a full body cleanse at the cellular level, because if she's been with multiple men dating for years, she probably has male DNA all over her body. It's probably infiltrated all over her body. She may not even be aware of it. You need to go ask her, hey, please, can you take this cleanse? And you go find a cleanse. Find a place where she can get a good cleanse. Don't let her look for it, because she'll never find it. You need to find. Oh, you gonna take a cleanse? Oh well, I'll take one. Yeah, oh good, I got one right here. I got one right here. Let's get you started right now. Okay. That's my advice to you, gentlemen, is to ask your woman, your lady friend, your lady companion that you're gonna be serious with. I'm talking about somebody that you're gonna try to build a life with. You need to get those other guys out of her first. Before you start planting your seeds there, you got to make sure the ground is right. You ever see a farmer? They don't just go out there and you see the ground all messed up. They got to till it first. They got to make sure they get all the impurities out. Okay, well, that's what you got to do with these women. Got to do as much as you can, try to get these impurities out. When you get the impurities out, then you can make your move. At least you have a better chance of making your move. I'm not saying they're going to be perfect after you do this, but they're going to be in a lot better shape. Absolutely, trust me on that. They're going to be in a lot better shape to deal with in a long-term relationship once you get all of those other guys' live germ out of them. All right? But hey, what do I know? You guys want to go out there and get in long-term relationships with women who got 20, 30 sets of sperm in them, confusing the body, and now you're 31 or 41 or 51 or whatever, have at it. I'm sure, no, I'm not even going to be sarcastic. I don't think that's going to work out for you. I think your best bet, it may work out for you, because the woman's going to be so aggressive. You're going to have to be a beta person to work with that person, because two alphas can't live in the same place. So if she's an alpha, you're gonna have to be a beta, and you don't want her to be an alpha. You want her to be a woman, but she's gonna try to be an alpha woman, alpha beta. There is no alpha woman, beta woman. The woman is just a woman. You're an alpha or a beta depending on her. You let her be an alpha dog, then you're gonna have to be a beta to make it work. You're gonna have to suppress your alphaism to make it work with her, because like attracts, opposites attract, and like repels, just like magnets. Anyway, that's my advice, gentlemen. Get that full body cellular cleanse at the cellular level. You can get all that foreign DNA out of her, and then give her some time to kind of recover, because it might hit her kind of hard to get that stuff all out of there, because she's been living with it so long. Give her some time to recover, and then see what you got. If you got something, then make your move. Don't be stupid. Make your move if you got a good person there. All right? Anyway, tell me what y'all think. Am I crazy? Are y'all crazy? Who's the crazy one? Am I making sense? Can you disprove what I'm saying? Can you do the mathematics to disprove it? I don't think so. I know you can't, but I'm going to let you try. You go out there and you try. And stop raw dogging these women unless they've had a cleanse. Stop it. Okay? All right.